Welcome to Angelevine. Today we will talk about two major environmental problems. First, we will talk about every year 6 billion kilograms of garbage are dumped into the oceans.
A great environmental problem of which apparently the cause are due to when consumer goods such as single-use disposable products are discarded or improperly managed. This garbage reaches rivers, streams and the other waterways.
That's right, you knew that waste packaging and improperly disposed of land-based waste account for 18% of the aquatic litter found on beaches during cleanups and surveys.
The other 20% of the elements that make up marine litter correspond to losses at the sea from accidental or intentional discharges, from vessels that circulate through the ocean and from equipment and traps they are lost or left abandoned.
This will damage physical habitats, carry chemical pollutants, threaten wildlife, and interfere with human use of rivers and marine and coastal environment.
Of all the garbage, plastic waste has the greatest potential for harm to the environment, wildlife, and humans. They are found floating on the surface, suspended in columns for water, or in the bed of almost all bodies of water.
Definitely a very serious problem, but hey, the second environmental problem we will talk about will be that every 8 seconds one child dies from causes related to the combustion of contaminated water.
When water comes from improved and more accessible sources of supply, people spend less time and effort cycling connected, which means they can be produced in other areas. This can also lead to greater personal safety by reducing the need for long or dangerous trips to collect water.
Another cause might be the climate change, increasing water scarcity, population growth, demographic change, and urbanization already pose challenge for water supply system. By 2025, half of the world's population will live in water-scarce areas.
Also, deadly diseases such as acute diarrhea, which cause toxin to stimulate our body to secrete the intestine and cause fluid loss, dehydration, and in many cases, death.
According to the latest Greenpeace report, plastic in the ocean is estimated that between 4.8 and 12.7 million tons of plastic reach the ocean each year, equivalent to the weight of 800 Eiffel Towers, enough to cover 34 times the island of Manhattan or the weight of 14,285 Airbus A380 aircraft, and the Mediterranean is one of the most polluted seas on the world.
This problem affects us all. Not don't not begin aware of the impact of industrial activities worldwide. The future damage will be equally impacting on species, such as loss of marine biodiversity, more especially in danger of extinction, pollution of the species which can trigger decision in marine species and are in turn to us to consume them.
But hey, some possible solutions to the problem of the 6 billion kilograms of the garbage are dumped into the ocean is that don't throw garbage on the beaches and support organizations that work for the ocean.
Every 8 seconds chill this from cows relative to the consumption of the contaminated water. Responsible management of fishing and the use of marine resources reduce the greenhouse effect and the planet's temperature. This was an emission of our podcast. We are waiting for you. Some more from Angela Vine.